Yep.
Although, just once I would like one of these people. Actually, not only did America deserve 9/11, I would say that America deserves another 9/11, and and I hope this studio gets 9/11 right now. Actually, I hope it gets 9/11 from the top and January 6th from the bottom. You dumb motherfucker. You stupid dipshit. You like shut the fuck up. Watching all these DSA people win, right? We just had Angie Nixon a couple nights ago in Florida, which was insane and definitely took some of the sting off of the Oliver Larkin loss.
Yeah.
I really was pulling for Oliver Larkin, although I knew even when they were releasing polls, they're like, oh, we're 2 points behind in polls. I think this year has shown us, like, more than any other, like, polls are dog shit. Polls are, polls, they just right now, just the populace is so disconnected that there cannot be one poll that, like, really successfully encompasses everything, right?
Yeah.
It's like, because we don't know how many, like, we don't know how many people that, like, these, we don't know how many young people are going to be brought out by this, especially some of these candidates are, heavily supported by Hasan Piker, Mike from Philly, right? Or Mike from PA, right? Where we don't know how many of them are coming out. Plus, we don't know how many just old, racist, ancient, skeletons are going to rise from their fucking graves and make it out to vote, And I always knew that it's probably, like, Florida being so, one, Republican, and two, being so, like, the people who are not, like, strictly Republican are, like, old Jews, right? Like, old Jews, like, that are, from, like, New York, right? Like, Seinfeld's parents from New York, right? That's kind of
often the more conservative ones, like,
often the more conservative, where they're Democrats, but they're conservative Democrats, and they sure do love a certain country that kind of permeates everything. And so I always thought that Larkin was, like, a long shot, and especially where he was basically a complete unknown who had no political history. And then he still got what, like 34, still got over a third, like 36 or something. Like, he got over a third of the vote, which is not terrible for being out of nowhere. And he really was only, like, popping off for, like, the 2 to 3 weeks, because I never heard of him before until he had that legendary Fox News clip where the dude was like, how many children are worded do we need to have? And he's like, well, you want to talk about that? Let's talk about your president, and the guy's like, okay, we're wrapping it up. Thank you for coming, and
yeah. So suddenly we're out of time. That's weird.
So Oliver had that amazing clip. And then just proceeded to just go on a bunch of places, right? Went on a bunch of places. He went on that local news station in Florida where it was like, there's a genocide happening in Israel or Gaza, and she's like, that's factually untrue.
Yeah, that was amazing, because that was like such a demonstrative moment of like the Israel psychosis, because that lady seemed fine. Like, she was asking, it wasn't like a totally like softball interview. Like, she was like, but she was like,
inquisitive up to that point.
Yeah, she was even like, I was impressed, because she was like, okay, so I really want to understand this. So I looked into, like, what democratic socialism is and all that. And like, that was impressive. I was like, okay, this is a fair interview. And yeah, then she just fucking goes off the rails, cannot help herself but to cut him off and all this shit. It's like, I'm sure you didn't agree with him about everything else he was saying, but for some reason it's only this that you're like, no, actually, like,
Yeah, no, it was crazy. It was like watching somebody's Manchurian Candidate programming like kick
Yes.
in. But so anyway, so him losing was a little sad. It was very funny the way that Jared Moskowitz chose to celebrate his victory, which was my condolences to Hasan, which is it's
The-
like, okay, man, all right,
yeah.
this is, what I'm saying? Like, you're really proving you belong there with that one,
Yeah.
It's like these, people are just we're just trying to get people healthcare, dog. Like, and so, but so Angie Nixon, right? And so Angie Nixon won. That was very sweet. It's going to be very interesting to see how that race moves forward. I wonder if, because she didn't get endorsed by Bernie or AOC, I wonder if
Yeah.
they are going to, I hope to God, where, because they didn't support Francesca in her primary. But now that
Yeah.
Angie is the, is the guy, right? I hope that we're going to get an AOC/Bernie endorsement and they're going to go down, because I mean, like, if we can flip a Florida seat, dude, like that's
Yeah.
that's nuts.
That would be incredible, because that is such a like slap in the face to the like the DSA can't actually beat Republicans. And it's like, oh yeah, yeah. What's been happening in Florida for 25 years, motherfucker? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, I had barely even heard about Angie Nixon. Like, I think I'd heard her mentioned a couple of times, but I mean, first of all, she's great. Like, she's very solid on the
Mm-hmm.
issues. Her like you know, experience is not just being a state senator or state rep, whatever she is.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much like on an organizing level. And yeah, I mean, that's like the Senate's a big fucking deal too. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like, yeah, Oliver was always a long shot. Francesca was always a long shot, mostly because of where they are and like what the level of office they were going for. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, I think that it's good that people are being bold, and I think that, frankly, DSA National needs to get on board, because honestly, like, they haven't done much. They have not like done a whole lot of this, is my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Like they will endorse
I
some of
know
these
that they put
people.
out, was it they had their president, the national DSA president, went out and did an interview, and apparently she just cratered, like she just was not ready for prime time. People are saying
Yeah,
that like Oliver Larkin should be like the spokesperson / like the comms guy for national
yeah, I
DSA.
could see
And
that.
honestly, I mean, that's, I think that this dude is, I mean, his strong suit is just going on these shows where he's very
Yeah.
respectful, right? But he's also not going to take bullshit. And I think that's important. Also, we have a couple comments if you want to pull
Oh,
up the
hey.
comment box. We got Varun 91644 -W. Can we get this on screen? Okay, yeah.
There we go.
And so one of KFC and Islamophobia is real. Number or. I don't know what kind of riddle you're kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. Islamophobia is real. I agree that I
Yeah.
but
One number or. It's.
all right. All right.
I am not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna beat this escape room, Varun. I'm sorry. I can't figure out your code.
Yeah, I invite
Please
you to
clarify.
clarify. Yeah.
Uh,
Thanks for being here.
yes, thank you very much. But yeah, so
Yeah,
let's. Okay,
but
sorry. What were you gonna say?
the thing about the DSA National thing, it's like, I think that, first of all, like I think that spokesperson went out because they had just put out their like platform, right?
Yeah.
And the platform, I think, is a little problematic because it uses some of these
Oh, was it
slogans
the
that,
abolishing prisons and stuff?
right, which, like, again,
I don't
it's like,
know if that.
right, but it's because it's the same thing that like I think it backtracks too much, because what we've seen over the past couple of years is like Zora Mondani and Abdul, who's not DSA, but he's aligned, and like a lot of
Mhm.
these people figuring out a way to be like, okay, defund the police, whatever like scary thing you think that meant. That's not what I'm trying to do. Here's what I'm trying to do. And then they explain it. And it's like, okay, what they're saying is basically what defund the police meant. But instead of saying the words that just scare people, right? We're not going out and saying we're communists, right? We're saying we're the democratic socialists, right? So like the Republicans are very good at this. And we need to like the left needs to learn how to manage those things a little better, because for Zoran to like set the stage and all these people to be able to you know uh deftly like navigate this conversation now in a way that's working, and then for the National to come out and be like, yeah, defund the police, abolish prisons. It's like, okay, that's a bit of a problem. Now every DSA candidate has to answer for it and say, well, I don't agree with that part. And, so that's a bit of of an issue. And I think it's just a nature of like, there is the sort of electoral Zoran Mamdani side of DSA. And there's also like the hardcore, like, Marxist unity group and the Marxist Leninists and this and that. And it's like, I have no problem with those people, but I do think that like, okay, well, yes, let's have a platform, but also let's run people and let's do that in a way that we can all be on board with, but like, let's fucking be an organization, and coordinate this a little better. So yeah, I think that's the issue with that. But yeah, Oliver would be great at that. I think he'd be great to run for something else, or
yeah, I think he's definitely going to run for something else. I mean, I think he kind of has to, just because he did, coming out of nowhere, he did really make himself a figure, and a good fighter. I think that we need good fighters. Last week we were talking about Francesca Hong, right? And her big failure moment, to me at least, was not the fact that the Thanksgiving gate happened, because I feel like a lot of potential candidates, a lot of people running for things, they have dumb tweets, they have dumb stuff that it's coming back to haunt them, right? Dumb tweets. I mean, like, we talk about Hasan a lot, and Hasan will never crawl out out of the shadow of the America deserved 9/11. Just once, I would like one of these people to be like, actually, not only did America deserve 9/11, I would say that America deserves another 9/11, and and I hope this studio gets 9/11 right now. Actually, I hope it gets 9/11 from the top and January 6th from the bottom. You dumb motherfucker. You stupid dipshit. You like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm so tired of hearing.
Yeah. So that's going to be the clip that haunts us one day.
Yeah, absolutely. I know.
Once we have 30,000 viewers.
Yeah, I mean, hey, hell yeah, baby. Fucking, I'll take it on the chin, man. But I just think that it is so annoying and stupid, just the way that, and I think that it's always been this way, but I think that it is so obvious now. I think back when all you had was establishment Democrats versus Republicans, I think that they could keep the discourse stupid in a way that they just everybody's saying stupid shit and everybody's just trying to distract you because they're in tandem. They're in cahoots. They're the same party, right? So everything is service level. But now that we have actual candidates who are running and winning, that are like, hey, I want to we want to dismantle some of this evil shit. We want to make your life easier, right? You'll have these cable news people that are just like, did you see that clip of Scott Hannity? That's what I'm going to call him forever now, by the way. Scott Hannity. His name is, other people call him Sean. His name is not Sean. It is Scott. But Scott Hannity, he was talking to was it Oliver Larkin, right? Where he started yelling. He's like, Biden. He's like, Biden abandoned the astronauts on the space station.
Yeah, yeah. It's like how far off track can you get in like 2 minutes, dude?
Biden was not DSA, my man. Like,
right. Yeah.
Biden,
like do you want to know what Oliver Larkin probably really thinks about Biden? Because that's like that's not the own you think it is.
I think Biden deserved a 9/11, honestly.
Wow. Critical support to cancer.
Yeah, his body's getting 9/11. Yeah, this is the clip that's definitely going to haunt us.